Now, those 8 deaths mark the second deadliest shooting this year in the U.S. That's according to the Gun Violence Archive, an independent research group which defines a mass shooting where 4 or more people were shot.
And as our nation deals with another tragedy, THV11's Ian Russell shows us some of the ways you can cope and work through what you're seeing and watching.
Our conversation with Isis Petway, a licensed professional counselor at UAMS, is one we've had before.
It's getting harder to tell someone to just deep breathe and do mindfulness because every day this is happening.
About a year ago, Petway and I sat down to talk about another mass shooting. Then it was the Buffalo grocery store where 10 people were killed. According to FBI data, through the end of 2022, there were 27 active shooter incidents. Among them, Buffalo, another 7 lives lost in Highland Park, Illinois, and at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. 21 people killed, 19 of them children. The start of 2023 no different, with mass shootings in California, Atlanta, Nashville, and most recently over the weekend in a suburb of Dallas.
It's definitely it's scary.
And whether Petway's patients have a connection to any of those shootings or not, trauma can still and has been happening.
Since the Buffalo shooting last year, I definitely saw an influx of patients where their anxiety had gone up.
So how do you process all of this? When we spoke last year, Petway said deep breaths and mindfulness could help. Now she has an updated list of recommendations.
We were not made to absorb this much trauma, whether direct or indirect.
First, it's okay to unplug and not pay attention sometimes. You may need a break. Second, check in with your family and friends and work through what you're experiencing as well. That leads to her third piece of advice. Sometimes you just need to vent to someone.
Take care of yourself in the best way that you know how. That will lead to healthy outcomes in what we're dealing with at this time.
But above all, Petway says it's important to understand what's happening. The last thing you want is to feel desensitized to tragedy.
And when we begin to kind of become robotic to it, again, that's where you really should be concerned because there are some things that just should not be the norm.
In Little Rock, Ian Russell, THV 11 News.
Ian, thank you. If you need help, resources are available. You can find that information on our website, thv11.com.